Why do you build me up? Buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess me around in the worst of all.
What is going on, guys? We are at Dorney Park today for our 9th visit of the season. And so, Evie, are you ready for this visit? Woo! Oh, yeah! Okay, so we just rode Dominator Green, and I rated it a 10 out of 10. It was really good. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I give it a 10.
Oh, yeah! Okay, so we just rode the Monster, and I rated it a 10 out of 10. It was really good. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I give it a 10. Ready for this front row ride and possess?
Oh, yeah! Okay, so we just got a front row ride in on Possessed, and I rated a 10 out of 10. It was a perfect ride on Possessed. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I give it a 10. That was a really good ride on Possessed we had today.
Yeah. We're gonna attempt to do the Cedar Creek Flyers here because it looks like it's closed. Because there are a bunch of chains around it. And... oh, there's an operator there. Okay. Oh, okay. So I think we're gonna try to ride it if you'll let us on.
What do you mean if you'll let us on?
Yeah. I mean, this ride literally looks empty. In fact, the whole lower midway's empty, and we've been taking advantage of it. Rudy B, since our marathon of Dominator Red was an epic fail.
By the way, this is just for fun. We don't normally ride Cedar Creek Flyers when we come here no more.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So we just actually got on Cedar Creek Flyers, and I rate it an 8 out of 10. I mean, it's classified as like a kiddie ride. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
Give it more of a 7, only because it's not as good as other Flyers, and it's this new set of Larson Scooters type rides that have came out these past recent years, so I've been toward the little kids more.
Yeah, but we still snapped them. I could snap these Flyers real good, and it had been a year since I had snapped Flyers, and I wanted to take advantage of that because I'm not going to Knoebels this year because of like my normal life. And like I said, we've been really taking advantage of this lower midway crowds today since the Dominator Red Marathon was an epic fail. I don't know if you heard me say that before, but okay, so we just rode Steel Force, and I rated a 10 out of 10. It was really good, and we got lots of crazy ejector airtime on those Camelback hills when you're returning to the station. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I have to give that ride a 10. I was getting, after the mid-course brake run, all the way through those airtime hills, I was getting airtime ejector all the way through. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, time to ride THUNDERHAWK!
Okay, so we just rode THUNDERHAWK, and I rated a 10 out of 10. It was really good, and yeah.
Okay, so we just rode Dominator Red, and I rated a 10 out of 10. It was really good, and Evie did a fake scream on it, so what did you think of it?
I give it a 10. It was a pretty funny ride.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we just rode Boa Blasters, and I rated a 10 out of 10. I had my first ride on the blue slide right there for the season, and it was really good. And Evie rode the green one over there, and while he was crossing over me, he could hear me going, whoa, down that slide right there, the blue slide. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I give it a 10. I went on the green one. The drop was very fun. Give that one a 10.
Yeah. Sorry the vlog ended early, guys. Anyways, I was saying that's why I like the green Boa Blasters right there, because of that forceful drop. And yeah, so right now we are back in line because I am about to ride what is for me
A really good water slide that I always try to get on whenever we're at Dorney.
That water slide is so good. I always like going, whoa, on it. And so, Evie, are you ready for the second ride on Snake Pit? Oh, yeah. Okay, so we just rode Constrictor right there, and I rated a 10 out of 10. It was really good. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I give it a 10. It was really fun going through the Constrictor.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we just rode Aquablast, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. I got a lot of water during one point in the ride, and so Evie, what did you think of it?
Give it a 10.
Oh yeah! Okay, so we just rode Wild Water Rapids, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. At the end, I really went in the water, and so Evie, what did you think of Wild Water Rapids?
I went on the Blue Wild Water Rapids, and I would give it a 10. It was a really good ride.
Yeah, now we're about to ride Patriots Plunge. Okay, so we just rode Patriots Plunge, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. It was really good. And the best part about the white Patriots Plunge, the slide I was on, that was the most forceful drop at the end I've ever experienced on any water slide in this world. And so, Evie, what did you think of the red Patriots Plunge?
I thought it was pretty nice. I got a splash in my face at the end, so that was pretty refreshing. But I'll give it a 10. It's a good ride.
Yeah, for some reason, it's a memorable ride on Patriots Plunge because of those two moments, because of Evie seeing me fall under at the last part of red Patriots Plunge, and when he heard me going, "Whoa, rude Evie." Oh yeah. Okay, so we just rode Lightning Falls, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. It was really good. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I give it a 10.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we just rode Aqua Racer, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. It was really fun. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I give it a 10. It was a really good ride.
Oh yeah. What is going on, guys? We are about to go in the wave pool as a treat after riding all those water slides and being able to do everything we wanted. And so, Evie, are you ready for the swim? Oh. So this wraps up our day here in Wildwater Kingdom. We were able to do everything we wanted, and my favorite part of today was the forceful drop on the white slide of Patriots Plunge. And so, Evie, what was your favorite part of the day, and how was this day at Wildwater Kingdom?
I'd say my favorite part of today at Wildwater Kingdom was when we went on Aquablast, and we had a pretty good day at Wildwater Kingdom. We were able to get on everything with no problem at all. Lines weren't bad, and lines were actually pretty moderate for a weekday like today.
Yeah. And we're about to ride Hydra. Okay, so we just rode Hydra right there, and I rate it a 10 out of 10. It was really good, and
That's right there.
oh, there's us right there. And so, Evie, what did you think of Hydra?
I give it a 10.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we just rode Enterprise, and I rated a 10 out of 10. It was really fun. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I give it a 10.
Oh. Okay, so we just rode the TILT-A-WHIRL, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. It was really good. We got a lot of good spins. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I give it a 10.
Oh. Okay, so we just rode Music Express, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. It was really good. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I give it a 10.
Oh yeah, time to ride Apollo, and then we're gonna decide where we want to eat between Subway or Burger Barn, because those are both good places and places we haven't eaten at in a while too. And yeah. Okay, so we just rode Apollo, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. It was really good. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I give it a 10.
Yeah, we finally decided to eat that Subway right there because we haven't had it since Wildwater Kingdom's preview. And yeah, let's enjoy our dinner. Okay, so we just rode Demon Drop, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. It was really good, and I was screaming like always. And so, Evie, what'd you think of it?
I give it a 10. We had a good ride on Demon Drop.
Oh yeah! Okay, so we just rode the Sea Dragon, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. It was a really funny ride on Sea Dragon. And so, Evie, tell them why it was a funny ride on Sea Dragon.
We were making noise the whole time.
Yeah, every time we got to the high side, me and the other guys on the way back went, woo! And it was...
I give that ride a 10 though.
Oh, yeah! Okay, so we just rode the Ferris wheel right there, and I rated a 10 out of 10. It was really good. It was a good combination of June 27th and July 3rd, because we both got some good shots and did some funny antics. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
We had a good ride on the Ferris wheel. We were able to get some really good shots from the top, and I give this ride a 10.
Oh, yeah!
What is going on, guys? We are taking a stroll through the main midway right now to see how decked out it is for Grand Carnival. And as you can see, they decorated the carousel for this event. And we are about to walk past the stage that's gonna be used for the street party. And it looks really nice. And there it is. It is all ready for use now for July 20th. And as you can see, they got the lights set up. And as you can see, they've got some stands set up and stuff. And what I also really love is how they decorated the main midway buildings for Grand Carnival, because they look really nice when decked out for Grand Carnival. And what I also like about this is that they're reusing some props from Haunt to help out with Grand Carnival, which is really nice. And yeah, I can't wait for this event to start on July 20th. That is going to be so much fun. Look, it's even more decked out over here with the stands and the stream balls hanging. And again, this midway looks so nice when it's decorated for Grand Carnival. And I can't wait for the event to start on July 20th. That's going to be so much fun. And yeah.
Okay, so we just rode Kaleidoscope, and I rated a 10 out of 10. It was really fun. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
We had a good ride on Kaleidoscope. Give it a 10.
Oh, yeah! Okay, so we just rode Waveslinger, and I rated a 10 out of 10. It was really good. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I give it a 10.
Yeah. Okay, so we just rode Dodgem, and I rated a 10 out of 10. It was a really fun ride. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I give it a 10. I had a really good ride on Dodgem.
Oh, yeah! Okay, so we just rode Talon, and I rated a 10 out of 10. It was a really nice sunset ride on Talon. And so, Evie, what did you think of the sunset ride on Talon?
It was a really good sunset ride. I give Talon a 10.
Oh, yeah! Okay, so we just got a sunset back row ride on Hydra, and we rode it for the second time today, too. And I rated a 10 out of 10. It was really fun. And so, Evie, what did you think of the back row ride on Hydra?
I think we had a good sunset ride on Hydra, and I give it a 10.
Oh, yeah! We just need to hit up one more ride that we haven't done yet, and that is Revolution. And after we hit up Revolution, and then I want to hit up Scrambler, Evie, so if that's all right with you.
That's fun.
Yeah, since that's one of the rides we haven't done in a while. And here are all the pretty lighting packages, including the one for Apollo here. Wow! I think this has been a crazy night at Dorney Park for some reason, because the Grand Carnival stuff is up, and all the pretty lighting packages and all that. And yeah.
So we just rode Revolution, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10.
Okay, so we just rode the Scrambler right there, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. It was really good. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
We had a good ride on Scrambler. It was pretty funny, because we were saying a lot of funny stuff on it, and we had a good ride overall, and I give it a 10.
Oh, yeah! Okay, so we just rode Demon Drop, and I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. It was really fun. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I give it a 10.
Oh, yeah, we're heading to the Whip right now, because that's another one of those rides we haven't done yet today. And so, Evie, are you ready for the Whip? Woo! Oh, yeah! Okay, so we just rode the Whip, and I rated a 10 out of 10. It was really good. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I give it a 10.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we just rode Dominator Red, and I rated a 10 out of 10. It was really good. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I give it a 10.
Oh, yeah. Let's get on the ride of the night. Okay, so we just got a night ride on Whitewater Landing, and I'd give it a 10 out of 10. It was 10 times better than the last one we had, because the last one we had, it was rainy, and tonight it was clear. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
I thought that was a pretty good night ride. I got soaked, obviously, and I agree with you. This night ride we just had was the best one we had this year.
Yeah.
But I give it a 10.
Oh yeah, there's Kaleidoscope going over there. And after this, we're gonna try to get in the ride on Talon since we still have a few minutes left. Root, Evie?
Root.
Oh yeah, this has been a really good visit so far because we've kept on rewriting stuff, and they're testing out the lights for Grand Carnival, as you see here. And in fact, they already have the lights on because they had them on last visit, so it's not a big deal. And yeah.